back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I'm that spoiled girl from a rich family that just doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut in front of the terrorists. Dooby doo.
And I'm that friend who will happily wear a skin suit of you.
And welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the waifu. No, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu. Because she's about to get her ass killed by Jinsung.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do a little funny reverse of the intro there.
But not your weeb. Like, what?
Yeah, but not your weeb.
How you doing, Nani?
I'm exhausted.
I'm alright. My head just hurts. I've been looking at the screen a lot for like the past hour or so. So my head hurts a little bit. But, you know, honestly, I was thinking about the episodes that happened this week, and I'm actually kind of excited to talk about it. So without any further ado, let's hop into it. We're gonna start off our show as always with our new segment, This Week in Anime. Oni, you can go first.
Okay, so for those of you who are living under a rock and haven't heard, Netflix was well, I shouldn't say Netflix was hacked, but a lot of Netflix projects were leaked over the weekend and the week. Basically, a bunch of anime got leaked. Let me see if I can pull up the full list here. The first episode of ReZero Season 3 was leaked. Mononoke, the movie, Phantom in the Rain was leaked. The first 4 episodes of, I think actually all the episodes of Ranma half were leaked. The first 6 episodes of Dan were leaked. The entire Terminator Zero anime was leaked. The SpongeBob movie was leaked, and Arcane's first 5 episodes were leaked as well. It was a gigantic mega leak of a lot of series, animation projects from Netflix, especially anime coming up in the next season. And we finally figured out why it happened. Basically, one of the partner studios that Netflix works with to do the post-production like dubbing experienced a hack, and that's where all these anime and stuff were taken from and uploaded to various sites on the internet. So just be wary if you guys haven't seen anything, that leaks are going around for all these shows. So especially for Arcane, you might want to lay low for
the first moment on my Twitter if I even see the word Arcane, I'm just muting it immediately.
The only good thing about leaks, so don't ruin it for yourselves.
That's insane. Yeah, that I don't know. Yeah, that kind of. It's like, on one hand, it's Netflix, so my empathy for them, it doesn't go too deep. But yeah, I think I feel bad for just everyone involved on said projects.
Yeah, it sucks for the
and actors
and stuff to have their work and actors. Yeah. I was really excited to watch Dan next season, so I avoided any spoilers for that, and I think we'll probably cover that in the podcast. I think that's like the biggest show coming out next season. Or
funny enough, my Twitter been pretty quiet about it. I know. Like,
really? Crazy.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Once again, shout out to Savior and/or Orion. Not and/or, but or Orion. They linked me. One of them linked me an article that I wanted to talk about. They linked it to me like last week, and this article is old relatively. It came out July 30th, 2024. It's an article by torrentfreak.com. Hentai pirate site wants court to squash improper Cloudflare DMCA subpoena. So, I don't know why it's giving. This week is giving crime. It's giving litigation. So And Oni, I may or may not need to lean on you just a little bit because I think when it comes to the IT jargon, you might just be a little bit more um well versed than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to like just dumb it down, but essentially DMC, when it comes to like DMCA stuff, how it works, the company who owns the rights are like DMCA, shut that shit down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, however, um, for when it comes to like pirating stuff and DMCA requests, they're now apparently trying to get subpoenas for I guess that's supposed to cite I guess to Cloudflare, which
Mm-hmm.
Cloudflare, by the way, offers like many services, like including that has you're gonna have a server for it. It gives you cybersecurity. It's a content delivery network service. It does a lot of stuff. Um, so and pirating sites also use said service. They also use um, Cloudflare. Excuse me. Cloudflare, however, sees itself as a quote unquote a mere conduit service that merely passes on bits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that means it's not required to take action against third party infringements directly unless the content is permanently stored on its servers, which is rare. That is important. I missed that sentence when I read through the article, and I got super confused. um, but yeah, but usually when there it comes to like the MCA takedown requests, um, Cloudflare usually is just like, okay, here, like hosting company, the MCA wants you to turn the shit down, and whatever the company does, that's their business. In this case, the said company would be N Hentai. So essentially, there's a the DMCA subpoena that was filed by J18 Publishing, which is the owner of Dojin.io. So they're a company that produces dojins. And with said subpoena, they want to uncover the identity of the alleged operator of nhentai.net, which is also a pirate site.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Um, so after it was issued, of course, and hentai lawyers were like, girl, we're not doing this. So the NHentai asked the court to squash the subpoena for several reasons. For one, it argues that the DMCA subpoenas are not intended for use against companies that operate as mere conduit providers. Um, that it's like I kind of get that because it's like they're like, huh, Cloudflare, give us the stuff, and Cloudflare's like, well, we kind of don't have it, so dot dot dot. That's where the whole them having the content on their servers. That's that's where that one section was very important that I talked about previously. Um, So yeah, Ends Hentai cites several precedents where courts have concluded that DMCA subpoenas don't apply to mere conduit services, and they reference a previous case. Um, let's see. In analyzing the issue in a very detailed fashion, courts have squashed Section 512 H subpoenas where they are served on a party that was not engaged in storing on the server's material that is infringing or the subject of infringing activity. So I feel like to dumb it down, there's like they're not involved with whatever you're trying to do, so you can't subpoena them to do that. I think is their argument.
Basically.
Um and yeah, so they also argue that the subpoena is too broad, arguing and this I feel like I would assume you as well as I would kind of agree with. They argue that the owners of the domain name, the owners of the domain name are not the infringers. In addition, the subpoena would violate the owner's right to anonymous speech. So they're like, yeah. So like this
Yeah.
subpoena's like you can just because in other subpoenas when I guess it would have stuff on the Cloudflare servers. The Cloudflare would be like go at it, and they would just pass all the data on. But in this case, that's not true. And also in the subpoena, you can't just you know. I think that's what they want, but Cloudflare is like, well, can't do that. Well, it's not so much they can't do that. It's more like we don't want to do that if we don't have to because money. That's what I'm assuming. They're just like, why would we lose out on N hentai? You know?
Yeah, and it's just bad business to just like rat on your on your customers. Exactly. You don't have
to. So thus far, Cloudflare itself hasn't objected to DMCA subpoenas, and this case is no exception. So they're like, we're not saying. I guess they're like, we're not giving it to you, but we're also not getting involved in the legality of it. Let's see. So we're now at the California federal court, because it's being filed in Cali, has stayed the matter, meaning that Cloudflare does not have to comply with the subpoena. And meanwhile, J18 Publishing has 2 weeks to argue why it should be granted after all. So yeah, this can be like a landmark decision depending on which way it goes. Because if they say no, I guess pirating websites are cool. If they say yes, like low key, I feel like it could be like a matter of time before they're just all shut down.
Well, the thing with pirating websites is like, I mean, they're always gonna be around. Like it'll just, it's like a cat and mouse game. Like they'll find some other way around it, and something will like host it through some other service or means, and then some other company will sue, and it'll be like a 12-year legal process to get that ticket. Right. You know what I mean? So like, I think it's like with music and like the like I forgot their name. Like the music industry did with taking down pirating websites that used to pirate music back in the old LimeWire days,
Napster
in high school and middle school, Napster and all that stuff. Yeah, Napster cases. It's like, listen, people are always gonna find a way to pirate things that they want. So the best solution is to just do what Apple did and do what Spotify did. It's like, listen, just don't pirate. Just pay a cheaper price to get easier access. So I feel like eventually what's gonna happen is, I mean, I guess it's kind of already happening with like Faku and stuff, where they just offer dojins like for not for free, but you know, like pay a monthly price and you can just get access to all these dojins that are licensed. Kind of like Crunchyroll does with anime. Like you can't really fight piracy legally. You have to kind of adapt to piracy. So I think even if they do win this case, it's and hentai might go down, but then like the next day, some other hentai site.
Yeah, but if they, like, I don't know. This is
and hentai too.
But this isn't like merely shutting it down. Like the people who are I mean, I guess it might stop them because I don't know if you get access to someone's data from the subpoena and literally put a face to the name, you can literally press now. You can just press charges. It is not just merely shutting down the, oh, I shut down the site and then just set up a new one. Now I know who you are, and now I can press charges as an
Yeah, but
or
that's like I said. There's always going to be ways around that. Like then the next hentai site will just use another. They won't use Cloudflare. They'll use something else, and they'll do some other tactic that's like more
like
legally
what
gray.
Because this is
Well, I don't know because I'm not a piracy
I'm just
hosting
saying,
website, Drew. I don't study this shit in my downtime. I don't
I'm just
fucking
saying this is
know. I'm just saying from experience, this has happened with other things, like with music and stuff, where it's like, ha, now we can go after piracy sites for doing
right,
this,
but
and then they're like, oh, okay,
but
well,
I'm
we'll
trying to
just
say it's one
change
thing to
it.
go after the sites. It's another thing to go after the people
No, but I'm saying
themselves.
like, yeah, yeah, no, I'm saying that's happened before, where they've introduced laws where like now every we can find the person who did this by subpoenaing that, and then they're like, oh well, we won't do that. All right, so let me put it, I guess, in a way that's
Hmm.
less technical so people can understand what I'm trying to say. It'd be like, imagine you were selling drugs
Oh
on
my
a street
god.
corner,
Okay.
and then like like I mean, since this is gonna be demonetized anyway, so
Okay.
just
I
ignore
said
it
it
now.
after
But
the 30-second mark, and that's all that matters. Continue.
say you were selling
Hmm.
drugs on a street corner, and then obviously cops come like, okay, you're arrested now. Then that sets a precedent that anyone who sells drugs on a street corner can be arrested. Okay, that's not going to stop gangs from. They'll just going to do the next step further removed. Okay, now instead of selling drugs on a street corner, we have like somebody with a code in a store that we paid to use, that if you say something to the shop owner, he'll sell you drugs under the table. Eventually, cops will find out that happens, and then they'll be like, all right, well, we're holding the store responsible for this. Okay, next step, even further removed. We're now using drug. You know what? It's a long
I
step in a chain that'll just continue to evolve and obfuscate and navigate around the legality of what you
I
can
agree.
do.
Yes. So to that extent, they're going to find a way.
So
But
yes, I think it'll.
this is like huge. Like this
Yeah,
is.
I'm sure this is. Yeah, this will have an impact. I don't. First off, I don't think this will go through. But if it
Yeah.
does
No.
go
This
through,
is huge. I'm sure they'll find a way, but
it'll
it won't
have.
be like the next day.
Mm,
And
I
unless they
don't
start
know.
thinking like where it's like they start doing like shell companies or some shit. Like
You underestimate the
right.
internet.
I guess I can't underestimate people's desire to read and watch hentai.
hmm I mean, technically, what their hentai does, like, is, I mean, it's already illegal. It's just like this wouldn't be a new law. This is more like them finding a way around the walls that hentai has already. I guess I don't know. It's a very complicated thing case.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
this is
I
this
don't
isn't
think it's like, I wouldn't say
this
this
isn't
is
to
the
shut
end of
down the
porn or
site, which is my
something.
point. This isn't to shut down the site. This is to like let me find the people who did it, and
hmm
X, Y, and Z, and it's definitely going to spark fear. Like drug deal people who deal drugs and people who sub hentai. Somebody told me they don't have the same constitution. Or maybe they do. Maybe porn does make them
I
hard as fuck
mean,
and ready to go to jail. Like that's literally. I feel like that's like a president that's saying,
I mean, again, going back to the music example, plenty of people sell illegal music or host illegal music, even though it's like you underestimate clout. Have you seen TikTok? Do you know the lengths people will go through for
that
clout?
is true. I mean, but hentai, like I feel like, and hentai is like the opposite of it's.
That's clout. The owner of Hentai is, I mean, one, he's probably rich because that site has a
Mm-hmm.
lot of ads and shit. But also, he's connected and like, he's. I'm sure it doesn't run in our circles, but in the circles that he runs in, I'm pretty
I
sure
would
he's
hope not.
big.
I would hope not. Because I'm just like, how you running in my circles and you not hooking me up? Well, I don't want to be hooked up with porn. Not the ways. Yeah, I don't know. It is. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like the mega upload case from a while back. Remember that was like a big piracy, or like the Pirate Bay was like a big deal too. Landmark decision where they like got rid of the Pirate Bay came back after a while. This
Yeah.
always happens.
Yeah, I'm interested. I guess let us know how y'all feel about it.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, that was a cute little news thing. We're done with our news. It's time to start with our weekly reviews, and we're gonna start off with Oshinoko season 2, episode 6. Um, is this our episode of the week?
Yeah, I
I feel
enjoyed
like
it,
you're like
but
no because I feel like I think I might split it. Maybe I think I might split it. I think I might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know yet. Well, let's keep talking about it. Yeah.
so for me, I feel like this is the type of episode that I can't like. I liked it. I get what
Mhm.
it's trying to do and stuff, but it's not the type of episode I wanted to see right now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I ever rewatch Oshinoko, which I eventually will, I'll enjoy this episode a lot more on the second watch than I will on the first watch because it's kind of like I like that it gave a whole episode to those basically side characters, set up his story and his growth moment, and that's really cool and all. But I kind of just want to see Kana and Akane, and I feel like why is this episode here? I want to see Kana
I
and
don't know. I
Akane.
like that. I liked it
But that's
because
what I mean. I liked it. It's just not what I want to see right
I
now.
think I was fine with it. Because for me, just them starting with the show, to me, I felt like, oh, like we're just. I don't know. I'm still like kind of in shock that we're starting to play so soon. That I'm like I'm fine with us not just diving into it, and especially in a way that's like I don't know. The, this was so from an animation standpoint. This was so satisfying to watch that I'm like not even mad about it.
Oh yeah, no, the episode was great.
Yeah,
I'm just
right,
explaining why
right,
it's not
right,
my
right,
episode of the
right,
week. There's like that's purely a personal bias.
right,
It's
right.
wasn't what I wanted to see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna split it. I think I'm gonna split it because I don't know. I liked rooting for the underdog. Everything was just beautiful. Like it was just beautiful, and
hmm
of course, when the climax happens and he kind of has a little breakthrough moment. That animation, girl, I was like, okay, all right, money,
Yeah,
okay,
they were showing
money,
off.
okay, budget. Oh my god, I know they must have worked their ass off for that. And to the animators, I truly say thank you. I almost wanna. I wish I lived in Japan so I could send them a care package. It was
Yeah, it was really well animated. That whole scene where it was like transitioning between different art styles was fucking
mm-hmm.
beautiful. We did see a lot of what's his name. God, he has such a weird
Kizami.
name too, and I keep forgetting it. Is it
No,
Kizami?
it's
I think it's something
Kizami.
else. Well, he had a great he has a
Yeah.
great story, even though he's like a side character. This is what I love about Oshinoko is that it builds even the background characters to be more relevant. So somebody who I didn't even care about, who I forgot he was even in the first season. I'm like, oh yeah, he was that
Right.
extra from the. Yeah, I'm like, all right, but for him to have like this expanded backstory and now makes me think that he's gonna be relevant even further on in the
Oh, that his
series.
name is not Kizami. It's Mel.
It's Melt.
That is
See,
no.
you
That
didn't
was
know either.
okay.
Ha!
That was his name and yeah, stage name.
Stage name.
Okay.
There's play
Yeah.
name or whatever. Yeah, Melt. And that's why it's weird because it's fucking every time I think of
Mel.
Melt, I
Yeah.
think of
But
obviously
yeah.
Melt from yeah, the better Melt. This inferior Melt though is still a good character. But yeah, it makes me think that he's gonna be because he's a good foil for um Aqua, and I think he's gonna be relevant down
hmm
the line. But at least that's
Yeah.
how it
They
seems to
wouldn't put
me when
all.
I
I
see
feel like
him
they wouldn't put
towards
this
the
much
end.
effort, or maybe they would, and just like
Yeah,
right.
maybe they
I'll give it
will.
over with you. Bye. Yeah. No, it was just very, very pretty. Um, God, and I love how they impressed upon the fact that like, yeah, that asshole green hair dude maybe an asshole, but he's like a really good actor.
Yeah, I didn't even know. That's the other good thing. Where it was like they ended up like
Yeah.
making up at the end, and I went from hating the guy to being like, oh, he's kind of cool actually.
Nah, he's still ain't shit. But
I mean, yeah, he still sucks, but he's getting
yeah,
better.
right. This is the start of the turn, if anything. Um, yeah, I just it was funny when he was just like, ah, yes, he may be awful at acting, but yes, he's good at sword fighting and all this other shit. And I'm just like, ah,
Yeah,
like so many like so many action actors I know looks at The Rock.
yeah, and I thought that was cool that way that they like leverage. Like, listen, it's okay
Right.
that you're a bad actor. Just master, actually use
Mm-hmm.
that to your advantage. Make it so everyone like doesn't expect anything from you, and then use your like athleticism and show off on this one big scene, and it'll be
Yeah.
amazing. Which is
Mm-hmm.
true.
Is The Rock a bad actor? You know, it's actually now I think about it, I'm like,
He's not. He's not a
I give
bad
you, I
actor because
can't,
he's. I mean,
but
it just
we
like
never know,
WWE's acting. He does a
we'll
great
never know
job.
if he's a good or bad actor because he literally plays the same fucking role every time. So I
I
guess we'll
know.
never know. He's good at
Hmm.
that one role, I guess. Rock is really good at that. But yeah, no, this is a good, really good episode. Very strong, very pretty.
Yes. Hopefully more content. Also, I love the framing of the episode with the audience
Mm-hmm.
POV in the beginning for like the first 5 or 6
Yes,
minutes. It was really
agreed.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Kana looked great too. She was giving it.
Oh yes, Kana's great outfit, great
Mm-hmm.
crazy
Yeah.
eyes.
As Monique would say, oh, she's taking it. All right. Up next, we have feelings in Russian, specifically Alia. Feelings in Russian. Yes.
The Yuki
Episode
trolling
6.
continues.
Yuki's so messy. I kind of live. Kind of great. Um, excuse me. Yeah, like that whole scene where they're going back and forth, and Kuze's just not Kuze. Excuse me. Alia is just like nah. Yuki is like, oh yeah, Alia. By the way, I love him. Yeah, I love him. I love him more than anyone. And I'm just like this bitch. She's real. I can't wait till Alia finds out that that's his little sister, and I'm that's gonna be a very funny revelation.
I really hope they reveal that this season. I hope they don't like this is like I like that they're building up on it, but I kind of really want it to be revealed. I hope this is not something that's like find out in season 2 if we ever make one.
Right. And she kind of like just pressures Alia to the point where Alia does actually confess. Which, by the way, Yuki can never get that out of me. She's like,
Mm.
"Oh, you said da 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 da. Da. How do you feel about him?" I'd be like, "None of your business." Or I would just lie and be like, "He's cool."
Well, that's why
That's
you're
right,
not me.
Alia. I don't know. She started out so in my mind she was so hard and tsundere, and I don't know, with each episode I'm just like you're getting more soft and more soft.
Yeah, I was gonna say she is what's the word for the character? She's getting a lot softer. Basically, she's a little bit too soft. I think we need to give her another
Right,
cool
like I
moment
need
or
her to have like a
something.
little bit of backbone, a
She's
little bit
getting
of
too
backbone
cutesy.
with the Yuki of all people. I mean, I also get it because it's Yuki.
She's getting too like shy, cute girl, and I'm like, all right, that's not your personality. You need to. It could be a little bit of your personality, but you got
Yeah,
to balance it out.
she's heavy on the dead and not too much on the soon.
Yeah, no, soon. She needs to go
Yeah,
back to being soon. She was a little bit this episode, but not in like
yeah,
the the cool way. She was just kind of just like when because it was like, why are you sitting so close to me? And she was just like, it's a Russian thing.
Also, jam and tea. Hello. That's
so
so.
bougie.
Why I never even once like contemplated putting jam in my tea.
I mean, I guess it's the same as
But
sugar,
does
so
it
it's
melt
like,
like that? I had to I had to research
I
it. I had to
guess.
research. I must research at some point.
Just put Jello in your tea.
Let's see, jam and tea. This is important. Oh, jam and tea. Okay, so apparently that is a Russian thing. A small.
Nothing beats tea and coffee, so it doesn't matter.
Nah, wait, what?
Or not tea and coffee, cheese and coffee.
Wait, what was the first thing you said?
I said nothing
Cheese
beats
and
cheese and coffee.
Oh god, that shit again. Strawberry jam swirled into English breakfast tea would be great. Oh, that does kind of sound good. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't even put anything in my tea anymore. So,
yeah, I mean, I would definitely try it. It
yeah,
looks like
like
it tastes good.
once in a blue moon, just to say I did. Oh, I want to see what Chisaki was so. That was adorable. I'm like, Chisaki is just like a himbo, but like not, but a woman. I love how
Yeah.
bimbo and himbo are not the same things at all.
No.
I don't think she qualifies as a bimbo, but she definitely qualifies as a himbo.
We need a word for
Right.
female himbos.
Not
Shimbo.
It's not a shimbo. But she's adorable. I like little moments of Chisaki. Also, Alia, it's the way I learned this episode that she is almost definitely pre-diabetic. Because she cannot have this much sugar. This is insane.
That's not. It's just
Jam followed up by a soda, followed up by a parfait. In one day.
It's fine. Live a little, Drew. She had some spicy chili afterwards.
First of all, that has nothing to do with her being pre-diabetic. And secondly, I was pre-diabetic from drinking milk. Okay, just milk, nothing else. So yeah, no, don't tell me she's fine. Meanwhile, she's eating like a parfait that's big as her face.
I mean, the worst thing that's gonna happen is she's just gonna have a bad time in the toilet.
Oh, girl!
From eating ice cream
and the chili
chili.
Oh,
hot,
baby!
Yeah. Ice cream and chilies.
Oh my god! It's gonna like.
Oh, just imagining dairy and then like spicy food.
Listen, she about to unlock a domain expansion in that toilet. My goodness. Whew. Also, why is Kuze being kind of pussy? Like, he was being so.
That's his thing. Like he gets really shy. He's really shy whenever she's acting cute or honest.
Like, she kept dodging the damn bite. Like, oh my god, the red kiss, girl. If you don't just eat it, eat the parfait. I feel like that'd be more insulting if you didn't. Oh, but also at the end of the episode, we have an introduction to a new character, Ayano, who Kuze clearly is not happy about. I guess Ayano's gonna be Yuki's running partner. By the look on Yuki's face at the end, gosh, he was so like, haha, fuck you, like. I really love that Yuki isn't like, they didn't turn into this like whole drama thing like, no, you didn't pair with me and I'm your sister. She said, cool, I got you, bitch. I got you. Yeah, she's kind of like my favorite. I feel like she's easily the favorite character of the show.
This episode felt very meta because it's like they were talking in the restaurant and Alia was like, she was like, "How are we gonna beat Yuki? She's beating me. She's the best girl."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she
It's
really
like,
is.
damn,
How are
when
you
you said she's popular, it's like I kind of get it. Like,
yeah.
though,
That's like the discussion we're having as a fan base right now.
exactly. I
Actually.
think we're not two people on a podcast agreeing that she is indeed the more popular one.
Yeah, I'm voting for
Yes,
Yuki.
go,
Sorry,
go
Ali.
Team Yuki.
And I'm predicting that Ayano is probably like related to them somehow, just like a cousin or something,
I just
for further misunderstandings,
or maybe
familial
they're from the same middle
misunderstandings.
school. Because he knows her already,
There's some
so they're
history,
probably from the
though.
same middle school
Yeah,
or family.
but the way he like looked like,
yeah,
like, oh fuck, this girl. There has to be
I
something.
can't
more to
wait.
it.
Okay. So, Oni, we can choose to move on to Nokotan, or we can do Tower of God.
Serious one or
no shade.
funny
I'm like,
one?
I look, you want to get Nokotan out the way.
Okay, let's go with Nokotan.
Alright, Nokotan episode 6,
which was my episode of the week. Because I like me some silly, dumb comedies. This episode felt a lot like Lucky Star.
Yes, in a sense.
It was
yes, they were like,
coded.
let's make a bunch of shorts in one episode, which the shorts in themselves had some kind of continuity, which I kind of appreciated, but not too much.
Also, very, very pop team epic.
Yeah, I mean, this whole series is pretty team pop accurate.
Yeah, but even more this episode because it was all the little shorts.
Oh yeah, for sure. So some highlights. Her making coffee was fucking gross. That was
you wouldn't drink the Noko coffee?
Disgusting. I was like,
there was actually a lot of gross out disgusting moments.
Yes, there were. That was one of the more the ones that grossed me out the most. Also the putting the antler shavings on the rice.
Yeah, that's what grossed me out the most, actually. I actually felt that because I was eating rice at the time, and I was like, I mentally felt crunchy, some like crunch in my mouth. I was like, no.
I mean, I still think the coffee one was worse because it literally poured out her mouth, and she said, "Here you go." Like, no. That scene where they were like selling stuff, like that whole miniseries that was like a bunch of shorts, but it was all connected. Where that was selling stuff. I love. It's so funny. Anko, who clearly did not give a shit about selling it, they're like, "Wow, oh my god, wow, da, da, da."
Wow, it's amazing.
And they actually managed to hook Neko. That was funny. Also, I don't understand how like that one skit where they're just like thinking of merch to sell, and she's just bringing out like shirts and Koshi is like, "Oh, you just pulled this out the ether," and I'm like, "Girl, where have you been since episode 1?"
Yeah, right. She's always doing that shit. Oh god, the little scene where it was like, first off, there's a lot of like little jokes in the show that are just really stupid but actually pretty funny. The whole summer mini scene where it was like, oh, it's summer, and then of course like, why do you care that it's summer? It's not like, and the announcer's like, well, the manga went 3 years without a summer. So and then it turns out the whole summer thing only lasts like 2 minutes. And it's like, oh, summer's over. No, nothing. Back to winter. Nothing.
Oh my gosh! And then Anko was like lusting after Koshi's summer outfit, like a pervert. Like, and everyone was like walking by, like, oh, everyone's so funny. And then that one dude was like, I don't know what made me. I think what made that part laugh so hard was the translations. Something about him saying, "Sister Yuri, I can dig it." I don't know what that took me. That took me down. Why I can dig it? I'm
I
like,
can
I
dig
know
it.
that's not. I know there's a better translation for that for what he said, but it's really funny that you chose this.
Yeah, that was the best translation. Um, the highlight of the episode though, just the body swapping,
uh
malting scene.
I mean, I am a fan of anime that gives me like cute little fun facts about shit. So the deer
I didn't know
molting
that.
was cool. Her shedding the skin, I was like, oh no, oh no,
Not a fan
ooh,
of
ooh,
Texas
and the other
Chainsaw
girl just putting it
Massacre.
on. Ah. Also, I was like, is anyone gonna talk about the fact that like these spots that appeared, like they're on her clothes?
Yeah, didn't make any sense. Well, she also shed her clothes with
Yeah.
the skin.
Yep. Yep.
So I guess that whole
Oh
thing
my
is
god!
just her fur. Like her
Oh my
outfit
god!
is part of her fur.
It's giving Machamp with the underwear.
His underwear is his skin. That's
Oh.
just part of him.
Oh.
Oh, one little other funny vignette thing was the I don't know why it was funny. I guess this was because of the line delivery too, but like where Noko sees the or where Koshi sees the cat, it's like, oh, it's cute, and then Noko gets just like, not cuter than a deer though, and then the next scene is like, Koshi be like, oh, it's wind is strong today, and out of fucking nowhere,
Oh,
Basho
it's
is just like,
me.
not stronger than me though.
Cody's like, what the fuck?
Like, what? What are you talking
uh,
about?
yeah. This episode is really funny.
Yeah. And we also got a new character at the end, I guess.
Oh, you
Apparently.
mean the ball with antlers?
Yeah, that whole skit took a direction I was not expecting it because I was just waiting for it to be like, oh yeah, Koshi shed this during the summer or something, and it's just like her antlers.
Yep, and now it's a pet that
That eats
eats
chalk.
chalk, right? That one part where she's like kind of devastated that she doesn't like that the thing doesn't like deer crackers. She's just like sitting there kind of being like
Hmm.
mopey, and you see the other girl from the student council, she's just like clicking like a million pics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny episode.
Yes, it was great. I enjoyed this one.
All right. Up next, we have Taro God Season 2, Episode 6, which is my episode of the week.
Yes. Not surprising. This was also going to be my episode of the week if it wasn't for Nokotan making that
Um,
myself.
yeah, they introduced a lot of players this episode that I kind of forgot. I was like, oh, so you're just, oh, just all these people were just saying hi to them. Okay, I forgot that we do this early.
I felt like as someone who didn't read the manhwa, I felt like this was a lot of chapters or so. Like this covered a lot of material. I felt like because we jumped around a bit in this episode, or like we covered a lot of stuff.
Yes. Yes, that is true. It did jump, which I personally appreciate.
But also it didn't
Right.
feel like forced or like too fast paced. Like it felt
Yeah,
pretty
they
good. It was a
didn't.
good amount of.
They covered what they needed to cover, for sure.
Mhm.
Um, the Jin, and I brought this whole like how like Yeonhwa, the introduction of Jin Sung and red hair lady. I don't know. I don't think they say her name yet, so I don't want to say it. Um,
Mhm.
of them all meeting up and being fucked. First of all, I kind of forgot how fucking annoying Yeonhwa is. I was like, was she always this annoying, or is it just because there's a voice now attached to her being annoying that makes her a little annoying? I don't know, cause she came on there being like, "Well, you guys are fucked, and you guys are stupid." Da 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 da. Um,
Yeah, she's a bit. She has the opposite problem of Alia. She's a bit too soothe right now. She needs to
right.
chill out a bit.
Um, mind you, Jinsung, this is weird because it's like I know how he is, so I'm just like, it's really weird when Homegirl was like, "Oh yeah, he was ready to kill the whole team if they were just like no good and give you a new one," and I'm just like, I feel like Jinsung would only do that in like the most dire of like situations. Because as you can see, Jinsung is a relatively cool person.
I mean, yeah, he seemed
Yeah,
pretty
and
cool.
that's
The whole like, oh, he was testing, like testing what? They didn't really do anything. Like, was he testing to see if he walked in and they just attacked him blindly or something?
right. Like Jinsung, like 9 out
Like,
of
what
ten
was the
times, like I
test?
don't think he was going to like kill the team at
Yeah.
all. I don't even think he was gonna kill Yeonhwa, even though she. I was like, girl, you are literally out. Like that's the thing I don't understand. Like, why are you picking a fight? I don't care. He's a high ranker. Like the dude taught Bam how to fight, and Bam can easily
Mm-hmm.
kill you. And clearly, I am much farther ahead. So I know Junsing could kill her like a million times over, and probably not break a sweat doing so. He is, which is what I always liked about him. He's like really strong, but like just very chill. Like, and his appearance, like he just looks like a normal dude. Um,
I feel like that's a lot of people in the show, though. If I have one complaint about this show, is a lot of the characters look super generic.
uh, that's
Like a lot of the supposed, well, all right. So here's the dichotomy: characters either look super generic or really fucking
yeah,
unique
yeah. I'm
and
like it's very
crazy.
busy. I like
Like
some of them do look normal, and some of them.
there's no in between. But like the people they set up as like, oh no, that's him, the ultimate powerful dude, and it's just like background character 3 in any other anime. Like the guy that they were setting up this episode, like, oh my god, even the guy at the end of the episode, he just looks like a regular blonde guy. And then meanwhile, you have like Lizard Girl, fucking I forgot her name,
I was
Lizard
like,
Girl from
wow,
last season.
what's
You
her name? Was
have
that Ansu and something? Yeah, I feel bad for forgetting her
yeah,
name.
you have Lizard Guy. You have Endorsi, who's pretty cute and uniquely designed. You had the
Anak.
random Proctor
Yeah.
Anak, yes. Yeah, the ranker from this episode who just looks like Chaozu but like grown up.
Yeah, I don't know. For me,
Like
I
why are
kind
the why
of
are
for
the
me, I
character
kind of
designs
like
so
it. Like
varied?
it's not like it's very varied.
I like it. I just wish they made it just like when it comes to like, oh, this character is super strong and important and cool. I wish they were just a little bit more
I don't
uniquely
know. I
designed
kind of.
sometimes. Because I guarantee you, I'm gonna forget what's his name next time he
Oh
shows up. Like I would train
oh
Bam.
I don't even know when you see him next time, but
Oh, good, because I will not remember him. He could show up next episode, and I'm like, who?
yeah, his face is
Whoa.
much more distinct. That I think it's like my that's me nitpicking. His face is more distinct in the manhwa. Like I always
Mm.
knew when it was him, even despite the normal clothes and
Mm.
whatever. I guess because like the art style is so specific, so it's like I know when it's him. So he looked,
Probably.
yeah.
It
So they
probably
definitely
translates
made it
better in the
more like
manhwa.
I'm an anime character. Like he looked. Yeah, he almost verging, kind of just verging on looking goofy just a little bit, which
Mm-hmm.
isn't his normal vibe. So that kind of threw me off. Um,
Yeah, I like when they look goofy though. It's this show has a very unique character
for
designs
sure.
for a lot of the
Um,
characters.
oh, so how about that reveal? Oh, fair
Which
enough.
one?
Basically of why Bam.
Oh, Bam is yeah, because otherwise they'll kill his friends.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have been like, oh well, you can kill
Ah,
him, but fine, whatever.
that is funny.
It would have been doing him a favor if
Mhm.
you did.
And like and I feel you could see a bit of Jing Sung's character when he's just like, when he's telling like the other dude like, hey, like, oh, that's a little, Yeah, he's
fucked up,
like,
bro.
I mean, we're still gonna move ahead, but like, damn, girl, did you have to do that? Um,
And it helps because it explains why Bam is so like one track minded about this, and why he doesn't is so reluctant to make
right.
friends with them. Because I was like, oh, this is a total one. I'm glad it wasn't something so
Mm-hmm.
him being emo and being like, I don't trust people anymore, and part because of Rachel betraying me, I'm on the
Yeah,
dark side now. It's much
exactly.
more practical,
Yeah.
so I like that.
Calls it? They even like introduce Karaka, which I don't even remember. We want to talk about a person you won't remember. You want to talk about a motherfucker you will not remember? Because I was like, wait, what is he? I said, what is he doing here? Even though it was literally just like a second, like you saw him in the shadows. So that was kind of trippy. Um, I I really liked Uzak. Um, I think that's the dude's name. I feel like they didn't reveal his name. I kind of just said it, but they're gonna introduce him next episode. So, spoilers. Yeah.
Was that the guy at the end? Yeah.
Um, I feel like they got him kind of like I wouldn't say. Yeah, no, I think they got him kind of perfect. I think they got him perfect. They got him perfect in a way that I'm just like, yes, I actually love him. He's he's like yes. Yes. he's
Mm-hmm.
he's a very well, you'll see what his character is like next episode. And
I'm looking forward to seeing him, and I assume they're gonna fight, so I'm expecting high quality fight.
Yes. I don't know. There's a lot of big players are introduced this early on. I was not expecting, and I feel like they got them all more or less pretty down packed. So that made me very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very happy. Also, it's wild. It's like I don't know. I think that's one thing I like about this series. Like, I'm like, wow, they introduced these characters from so early on, and you're going to be seeing these characters a lot later on. Like, they're not going anywhere. They're just gonna be here and there,
Mm-hmm.
depending on like what the plot is. So it's really exciting. I really want this like you don't understand how much I wanted them to like animate even up to where I am now, where it's just laser beams everywhere and craziness. So this is good. This is good. This is good. I am very pleased what they're doing. Okay, I'm gonna shut up because I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep talking about it. Um, there is No My Hero Academia. Unless no, we missed one. Yep. I
No,
know.
no, wait, did we? No, we covered it.
No, I'm saying we missed one. Exact. Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, one of the
Well,
shows.
well, I just generally saying we are. Yeah, there's No My Hero Academia, but up next is Isekai Suicide Squad, episode 9.
Yes, this was an
Yeah.
actiony episode, so that was good. It was good to see some. So I called it. She actually went more literally Harley Quinn than I was expecting her to, but the princess put on the full
Yeah,
makeup
that
and
was kind of
everything.
cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And beat the guys. I don't think he's dead. It'd been cooler. I wish she
I
kind of
wish
did
it.
kill him.
Kind of wish it was a because it's weird because sometimes this show is very violent and extreme, and other time like with the elves, and other times it's not violent enough and it's too cartoony. Like I wish he had hit him and just
like literally
broke his
blood.
neck or something.
Like I wanted a bloodbath. Just so it's like just like she
Yeah,
finally
like
crossed that line.
that's the whole. See, I feel like this show doesn't know how to stick to a
Mhm.
tone. It kind of yo-yos back and forth between being like, oh, now this is Suicide Squad, where it's like the elves and everybody's blowing up and dying, or like the bar scene where it's all
Yeah.
wild and crazy, and then going back to being like, oh, this is a really play it safe anime where we're just really
Mhm.
watering it down.
Because we had to, yeah,
It's
because we had
kinda
to,
this episode.
we had to. Those people can be a bunch of crazy murderers, but you, on the other hand, you cannot. And I'm just like, no, it's an isekai suicide, like a Suicide Squad anime.
Yeah, just make everybody
Right.
a fucking crazy. Like, just do it. It's like go,
Right, like
stop
look what
holding
happened
it back.
with Cecil at the end. He came in literally just shooting everyone with the guns.
Yeah, that was cool. Do that.
Yeah,
do that. Do more of
exactly.
that.
Whatchamacallit, Harley, Harley using the magic crystal to turn her gun to a magical Harley gun. I was like, yeah, sure, like, fine, right,
Yeah,
right,
whatever.
fine,
Just
like,
do it. I'll let this show get away with it because that's kooky enough to fit in
exactly.
with Suicide Squad. I'm not expecting a really intricate world building from this show.
Not at all.
Whatever. She found a magic crystal.
Right, sure, you got it, mama.
And she has a dragon.
And she has a dragon. Yep. See, shit like that, like that's fine.
I kind of wish that was Deadshot's power up. Though that would make more sense. Like if he just shot magic bullets for the crystal, and then like Harley,
like right. I thought she had like a magical
bat or something.
Magical bat. Yeah, you are absolutely right. I thought they would all have just kind of have magic by the end of it.
That would have been cool. Like, yeah, just all get unique magic items or something.
I guess it's only like non-humans, like Clayman and Nana. So I guess it's fine. Yeah, it was fine. Like, there's nothing more to really to say. There was action. It was cool. I still think it tops the one where they were fighting the elves. I think that might have been the peak for me as of right now.
Oh yeah, that was
because this felt more like genetic. Like we have to kill the mobs and these people too, I guess. Which is like, it's fine. It just doesn't really wet my whistle.
Yeah, there was a few good scenes here and there, like the Peacemaker fucking with the American flag. Like,
oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was cute. The Queen being a Digimon or whatever is weird. They gave her a really weirdo design. I was kind of hoping she would just.
I was like, this is a bastard.
I like it because it's well, yeah, it is
right.
Way better than the Queen. I like it in a. This is really stupid and cartoony way. Like, again, it feels like I'm watching season 1 of Digimon and she's one of the Dark Masters or something. Fucking Puppetmon looking. But yeah, this episode was alright. It was just alright.
It was alright. Okay, and last but not least, we have Plus Sized Elf episode 6.
Yes. Yet more new characters, because characters don't stop coming and they keep on coming.
A skeleton waifu is hilarious. Right, I'm like, there's a part of me that I kind of wish she just stayed a skeleton. I don't know.
I mean, she did. She kind of.
Like, okay, if that 1 second of her being like if they go back and forth between her having like her skeleton and her magic human form, I'd be fine with that.
I'm pretty sure they will. I also just love her voice because she does the Ojo Sama like accent thing, which is like super foreign and proper, which I like. and she's just a funny character. Like she's like, "Thank you for gathering all my bones together. You didn't have to
but
nibble on them
I
like that,
appreciate
though,
you
but-"
nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really funny.
Or the way she just like rotates her head like 180 degrees just to talk to them instead of turning around.
And of course, in typical Elfida, the moment they're like, "Oh my god, we found a whole skeleton," and of course she's like, "Duh, like, of course you killed him. You're going to jail, right?" I'm like, "God damn it, Elfida." I mean, that's part of the charm of the episode, so it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Skeleton Girl is really cool. I also really like Dragon Chick.
Yeah, Ganda.
Dragon Chick was great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just talks telekinetically, and
Nice
and
twist.
like somehow they're trying to hide it from the main character somehow.
Yeah,
I'm like, girl, like
reptiles.
oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah, the random fear of reptiles, and they just kind of put it in there, and just to set up for her appearance. But also, like, they're trying to pass off like she's human or something. I'm like, she's talking to you in your mind. Like, she's clearly not like human. I guess they maybe passed her off as like an elf, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he already ran into a bunch of other random, weird, mythical characters, so it doesn't really phase him at this point.
Yep. And
I
was gonna say, the shout out to this week's lesson of ab workouts and how they do indeed suck. And here's the explanation of like, yeah, you do all these ab workouts, but these just suck, and people don't like to do them because they really hurt your body. And I'm like, and then they gave them other ways to work out. Yeah, that was cool.
Seeing Black Elf being really like
money hungry,
petty, and like money hungry, but also just like really, I guess, mean. First off, she was just beating the shit out of it.
And you're like, oh yeah, with the dragon, and then uppercuts to shatter her. I'm like,
punch. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought she's such a bitch that I can't feel bad when shit like that happens to her, like at all.
Or just like hiding the fact that the Ganda's a dragon to like, and then not giving a shit when.
Oh yeah, she was like, oh yeah, he did his job.
He did his job.
We told you how to do this. This is the guaranteed way. Money, please.
Yeah, money.
And
thank you.
Like, work. Honestly, work. Yeah. So this is another fun episode. Man.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the show. I thought it was.
It's really good.
So,
all right. Now that we are done with our now that we're done with our reviews, we are done with the show. I don't know. I'm like, how do I take us out normally? I don't know how. Only take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode of Waifu Wars Podcast, make sure you like button and subscribe so you catch every episode as it goes up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord. All linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a channel member or patron and join us for our weekly live watches, where we're watching Oshi and Isekai Suicide Squad this season. So if that sounds interesting to you, you know what to do. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I'm gonna be bringing back the filler arc soon because I have a bunch of anime that I watch and I want to talk about it with y'all.
Awesome. And on that note, this has been
Doobie-doo.
Soroni, and
Bye.
later.